Hello, my Squirrel Tribe 2.0. Do y'all see this right here? Do y'all see what this says? Man punched several girls basketball players during game and brandished a gun, police say. What? Like, what? Who? Why? I have questions. Listen. I have an issue with violence against women perpetrated by men. Now, girl on girl violence, sometimes that's fine because a lot of times we instigate it with other females. We deserve these things. Even if you instigate something with a man, I still don't feel a man should hit you, especially if you haven't put your hands on him. Now, if you started wailing on the bro first and you are literally like causing blood and whatever else, I do believe a man should be able to use his strength to restrain you. I don't think a man should ever deck a woman in the face, pick her up, body slam her, none of that stuff. That is definitely too much. This article here, y'all, it started with a scuffle during a girls' basketball game last month at a Centennial High School in Corona, California. Players from opposing teams, the Centennial High Huskies and the Santiago High School Sharks, tussled for the ball after a foul was called and a few players shoved one another. It's basketball. It's going to happen. It's a competitive sport. These are competitive girls. You're going to get into little tussles. I played basketball in 7th grade. I was totally competitive. I'm kidding. I just really wanted the sweatsuit because it said the school name down the side. And then you also got to ride the bus with the boys basketball team. So I was like, yeah, I'll play basketball. No, I sucked at it. I could shoot, but I was not good at defense or offense. I was literally only good like if we were going to play horse in the middle of the court, but that's not what it was about. So listen, police say a man jumped out of the stands, ran onto the court, and punched several of the girls. After someone else in the crowd restrained him, he walked to his car in the parking lot, pulled out a handgun, pointed it at several students, and threatened to shoot them. He fled just before officers arrived. Before we even get farther in this, the part that he was able to walk to his car in the parking lot is where I was like, y'all lost me. Look, woman or not, if I had been there, this is why I said sometimes women hit men. I would have jumped in. I would have been like trying my hardest to restrain this man. The only way he would have made it to his car was if he was able to pull himself with his one arm that was not broken. Because I feel like maybe one arm, I could probably get 2 legs in one arm, but that second arm might be a little difficult. By then I'd probably be tired. I'd probably be restrained by other people, but Broski would not have made it to his car. No. So, says the Corona Police Department on Friday identified the man as Thaddeus Brooks, 39 years old, of Paris, Perris, not Paris. Brooks was arrested at his home on Thursday on suspicion of making criminal threats, brandishing a deadly weapon, being a felon in possession of a firearm, possessing a firearm on school grounds, and child abuse. Booking records show that Brooks is being held at the Robert Presley Detention Center in Riverside in lieu of $350,000 bail, and that he has a court appearance scheduled for Monday, tomorrow. According to San Bernardino County Superior Court records, Brooks has several felony convictions. Look at that. He pleaded guilty in 2006 to battery, causing serious bodily injury, and he pleaded guilty again in 2009 to making criminal threats. Oh, but here's the kicker. He also pled guilty to multiple drug possession charges over the years. Listen, I'm going to sound some type of way, but it seems to me if you are a repeat offender for numerous different things, why the hell are you walking free? Why are you out on these streets? Keep your little ass in a jail cell somewhere, and taxpayers should maybe pay to feed you ramen. That's the other problem I have. This is totally off topic. The other problem I have, taxpayers are spending a lot of money for the people in jail. We're arresting a lot of people and putting them in jail for things that do not really constitute being in jail for, yet the people like this who should be in jail are out running around doing dumb shit. Okay. And then the ones who are in jail, you get internet. Okay, you get TV, you get 3 meals a day, and normally they're actually decent meals. You're going to get a protein, a carb, and some vegetables, some fiber. You're going to get something to drink besides just water. There's orange juice and apple juice in jail, and milk, by the way. You're going to have, did I say bed to sleep on? You're going to have a playground to go play in. I don't know if it's considered a playground when you're trying not to get like violated by other dudes on the court, but there's still outside workouts and activities. You have movies in jail. You have all these things. You know what our homeless people don't have? I don't know, a bed, food, playground. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Corona Police Sergeant Jason Walden said in an email to the Times on Friday that Brooks was related to a player on one of the teams playing in the January 24th game at Centennial High School. He said the police department was not naming which team. You know, that girl was like, Ma, Dad, I need to transfer. I need to be out of here. Can we just leave the state? Because at that point, how do you go back to school knowing that your uncle, brother, cousin, grandpa, something. I don't know what this guy was at 39, probably not a grandpa, although people starting earlier and earlier. But how do you go back to school and go, yeah, my so-and-so, yeah, he's the one who punched all these girls in the face. Ew. Nobody wants to come to your house after that, by the way. Side note, as soon as you have a relative that assaults females, nobody's coming to your house. Walden said that Brooks injured three girls ages 16 and 17 on the basketball court. Now, while in the parking lot, he was like, how can we make this so much worse for myself? The suspect pointed his handgun at several more female students and threatened to shoot them. Those girls were ages 13 and 17. Okay. The Corona Norco Unified School District said in a statement on Friday that the girls' basketball game was in the fourth quarter when the melee began. This incident was extremely upsetting, and we want to make it clear that CNUSD, it's a long name, does not stand for any behavior that threatens the safety of our students, staff, or community. Here's the second kicker, third kicker. How many kickers are we on now? Here's another one. The district said it would be implementing additional safety measures at indoor athletic events, including increased law enforcement and staff presence and metal detectors. No re-entry will be allowed for people who leave, and bags will be subject to searches. This is where our schools are. You have to have metal detectors everywhere. You have to have police presence. You have to have extra staff. Although there was staff there. I don't know if the staff stepped in. I don't know if it says increase law enforcement. I don't know if there's law enforcement there to begin with. If there were, why didn't they stop him? And then metal detectors, no re-entry allowed for people who leave. I mean, you leave and come back. Half the time you already brought the stuff in with you to begin with. But I have a massive issue with all of this. The fact that, again, this guy has had so many issues and he's still just out and about running willy-nilly, wild and free out in, high schools and whatnot. And the fact that people let him leave. I mean, I know that's called, what is it called? No, that's not the right word. I was thinking like poetic justice. That's not it. That's a movie. That's a really good movie, by the way. But no, it's when you take the law into your own hands. I think it's called illegal. But listen, I would have been like, broski, you're not getting out of here without broken kneecaps. I don't care. The second, as a grown-ass man, you laid your hand on some teenage girls, your life is over. Never would have found you. I mean, they would have found you party there, party over there, dug up some of you from over there. I'm just saying, I'm not threatening anybody. It's just how Mama Bear rolls. Just FYI. If that had been my child, and look, I'm like pissed off. Those aren't even my kids. I don't know these kids, but I don't care. I will still listen. Not everybody feels this way. But if there is a car speeding, careening at a group of kids, guess who's jumping in front of it to save them? Me. If there's a bullet somewhere, guess who's going to try to jump in front of it? Me. Am I Superman? No. But do I believe that people should do everything they can to protect children? 100%. All day long. And if you don't agree, we can't be friends, boo-boo. You got to protect the kids. 16 is still a kid. 17 is still a kid. If they are still in school, they are still children. Hell, there's some 24-year-olds running around out there with the mentality of children. Protect them too, okay? If you are mentally like a child, protect them. I don't even care how old you are. Just protect everybody. I think that's what it comes down to. Look out for everybody. Look out for each other. Protect each other. As you can tell, I have a slew of energy today, and here's why. I went to the gym this morning. It was so nice. Y'all haven't been to the gym like that in so long, and I forgot how much I loved it because when C-19 hit, the gym and we became enemies. Not enemies. We just had this weird breakup that neither of us were expecting, but it was forced upon us. And then once we could get back together, I was like, I don't know, it's a lot of work. It costs money, and then I gotta put clothes on and go do it. Whew. I don't want to do that. I've been enjoying restaurants and eating things, and look, now I've got this thing that happens when I do that. Didn't used to have that. Now I like to take a couple extra chins with me everywhere I go. And then a couple, last week, the man was like, hey, let's go check out one of the gyms around here. And I was like, okay, cool. We'll make it a family event because the kid is 13. Even she's starting to think that she'd like to get into the gym and do whatever else. So we went and signed up for a gym membership for the family. And we went to the gym the first day. And y'all, I didn't have to tell my kid to do anything. She designed the whole workout. I did everything she wanted to do. And I was sore the next day, and I was so proud of her, and I was so proud of me. And today I woke up and I said, Self, go to the gym. And I was like, all right, Self, let's go. So I put on a t-shirt and some Adidas leggings. Look, leggings, just plain ass little leggings. And I drove myself to the gym, and I had my headphones and I had my phone, and I listened to music, and I did cardio, and I did some bicep stuff, and I hit a little bit of shoulders, and I did some tricep stuff. And y'all, when I tell you that by the time I was done, I realized why I have been kind of meh for the last 2 years. Because I haven't had the gym. Like, honest to goodness, I did not realize how incredibly much I missed going in there and pushing myself to go in there. And like today I did drop sets. I don't know if anybody knows what drop sets are, but you start with like a super heavy weight and you do what you can, and then you drop down to the next weight and do what you can, and then you drop down to the next weight and just go until you're done. So I did drop sets on curls on this curl machine after I'd already worked out for like 30 something minutes, and I had 30 pounds on it. Nothing crazy, although it was heavy for me since I haven't been in the gym in so long. So I start with a 30, and then I do like 12 reps, and I'm like, all right, drop it down to 20 pounds. And I do like 12 more reps. I'm like, all right, drop it down to 10. And I did this 3 times. On my third one, y'all, I was pulling all kinds of faces. I was like, I can't. I felt like Rocky in there with the way my face was going. And I was like, I can't hear myself because I had music in, but I'm pretty sure there was like whimpers and things and whatnots and maybe a little spit. I don't know. But when it was all said and done, I couldn't move my arms. Like my arms were stuck at like this angle because I couldn't straighten them out because they were like super pumped right here. But I realized how much I missed it and how good it made me feel to be back in the gym. So I'm like, hey, we're going to stay in the gym. This is life again. And I think everybody needs some sort of something that makes them feel like that. It doesn't have to be the gym. A lot of people are like, for me, that's gardening. Other people are like, it's quilting, it's sewing, it's crocheting, it's playing with my dogs, my cats, my grandkids, my whatever. I think everybody needs that something that just makes you feel alive and happy. And listen, I already know that this is like a byproduct of working out because endorphins, in case you don't know, endorphins make you happy. And people, wait, how does this go from Legally Blonde? People who work out, working out creates endorphins, and people with endorphins are happy people, and happy people just don't kill their husbands. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes, and that's also accurate. Just in case you're curious, I love Legally Blonde. But I'm going to show you guys this, and don't say I never showed you anything. So on the left side is after I had my kid. I can't zoom this in any bigger either, but the left side is after I had my kid. I was roughly 220 pounds. The right side is about a year and a half before C19, and I was probably like 155 or 160, but it was all muscle. I'm gonna give you guys a peek. And then, hey, just FYI, don't do that thing where you jump in the comments, you're like, oh my God, girls with muscles, so gross. Because honestly, I don't give 2 shits if you like it or not. But I wanted to show it to you because I look at these for myself to remind myself that I can do these hard things in life. You guys have other things I'm sure you look at. You look at, like I said, if you crochet, you look at something you never thought you could make, and it reminds you that you can do these things. You can do anything you put your mind to. You just have to get out of your own way and be willing to do it. So you guys can see here, this was 230, 220, I don't know. And that was about 155, 160. You can see the difference there. I missed that girl on the right. I'm almost back to that girl on the left, but I'm still a happy person. But I realize that going to the gym literally makes me happy. And it does something else. It gets me time away from being a wife and a mom, which I think a lot of people don't take into consideration either. Ladies out there, wives, moms. Guys, if you're listening, think about your wives. So here's the thing. A lot of times I get to go to the grocery store by myself, and I say get to. It's because my husband's like, please shoot me in the foot instead. I'd really rather not go. So I go to the grocery store by myself a lot of the time, right? And people think to themselves, well, you got some alone time. You got time away from being from the mom and the wife stuff and whatever else. No. You're still doing things for your family, for your household, for your whatever else. You're not doing it for you. Everybody needs that ability to do something for themselves. Guys, y'all get off work, and a lot of times it's, hey, I'm going to go over here and grab a beer with a friend. I'm going to go over here and play golf. I'm going to go over here and do like a company baseball thing, or I'm going to go over here and jump on a boat. I'm going to go over here and mess around in the garage with this car. I'm going to go do something else. You're doing the things that you love. Single parents, I think it's different. Obviously, I think it's different. For those in relationships, in a marriage or a relationship, doesn't have to be a marriage. For those that have a 2-parent household, I think it is easier to do than it is for single parent households. Single parent households, you got to wear all the hats: the mom, the dad, the nurse, the teacher, like literally everything, and it's very hard to get time off. I fully understand that. For those in a, like I said, a 2-parent household or whatever else, it can be easier. You just have to be willing and able to take the time for yourself. So for me, what I realized is as much as my husband and I love working out together, it's what we did all the time. He was my spotter. I was his spotter. It was a time for us to connect at the end of the workday. Well, now we work together. Before it was after he got done with his, technically 6 to 5, and I got done with my 6:30 to 7. It just depended on the day. That was our date night. Every night that we went to the gym, that was an hour to 2 hours for us to connect and have these things. Well, now we're together all the time. We work together. We have our own business. We work together. It's all the time, and I absolutely love it. But every once in a while, I want an hour or two for me that's not at a grocery store, that's not picking up something for the man or for the kid, that's not washing clothes or doing dishes or whatever else. It's not doing YouTube. I love y'all, but not doing YouTube. I want something that is just for me. And going to the beach is cool and stuff like that. Shopping, I don't really care about walking around the stores and looking at the stuff because one, it's overpriced. Two, there's not really that many places out there that have enough staff that I could go in and have a conversation with because, whatever. So for me, going to the gym is my time to shut off my brain, shut off everything else, put on some music, listen to whatever kind of music I want. Nobody telling me what to listen to, and go in there and walk on a treadmill if I want to. Hell, just go sit in a sauna if you want to. You don't have to do any work if you don't want to. Just go stand in the corner and watch people work out. That's a little creepy. I wouldn't suggest that one, especially if you're a guy. I definitely don't suggest that one. But for me, I absolutely love it. Just going in and getting to work out and stuff. And the reason I'm bringing this up is there's this lady called, I don't know how to say her name and I feel so bad, Amala Ekpunobi. Can y'all see her? So she has this video up. My husband actually sent it to me. She has this video up that says, don't sexualize yourself and then complain about being sexualized. And I was like, ooh, hard hitting. I like this. So I started to watch it. And it's about these girls who go to the gym and then bitch and moan that people are looking at them in the gym. Now, as somebody who used to go to the gym and dress a certain kind of way, let me give you my thoughts on this really quick. First off, let me show you this video, exactly what she's talking about. I think I should be able to do this and be perfectly fine. So in this video, there's these are all on TikTok and places like that. This girl has got her camera set up and she's recording herself. Same thing here, but they're complaining that there's these men that look at them every once in a while, okay? But I need you to also notice the things that they are wearing and the things they are not wearing. And then we're going to have this little baby discussion, okay? So you see there, here's the thing. When you dress for yourself, that's one thing. When you dress to be noticed, that's another thing. In the beginning, like today, in the beginning when I was not comfortable in my skin, t-shirts, sweatpants, whatever else, I covered up as much as humanly possible because I did not want eyes on me, which is also why, y'all, I don't record in public. I don't like people looking at me. I don't like feeling, to me, it makes me feel like if I'm sitting there like this with a camera or whatever else, it makes me feel like I'm going to be perceived as vain or something or conceited or whatever else. So I can't do it. It literally will give me anxiety to record and for YouTube or whatever. And somebody looks at me while I'm doing it. It literally gives me little baby panic attacks. I can't stand it. But when I would go to the gym in the beginning, when I was a little heavier and I was super self-conscious and whatever else, I would wear super, super loose things and whatever else. But as my confidence built, as I was working my butt off literally and felt better, I would wear smaller clothes because I wanted to see what I was doing in the mirror. I wanted to be able to see the muscles that were moving. I wanted to be able to see where the weight had come off and things like that. It never occurred to me that guys are going to be looking at me because I wasn't dressing for them. I wasn't doing things for them. I was doing things for myself. I was focused on me in this mirror. These girls with these cameras set up to record themselves for Instagram and TikTok and whatever else, I feel like they're doing it to get looked at just so they can put these videos out there, just so they can bitch about being looked at. Don't be those people. If you want to go work out or you want to dress a certain way or whatever else, do it for yourself. And if somebody looks at you, let them. I mean, unless they're invading your personal space or saying seriously derogatory things to you, let it flow, because I'm going to look at people that walk by me. My husband's going to look at people that walk by him. You're going to look at people. There's nothing wrong with the looking. Leering, totally different. But you got to take it with a grain of salt, especially when you're in the gym. Those guys could have been looking at those girls thinking, wow, great form. Wow, look at her muscles. Wow, whatever else. I wish my wife did this, or, my daughter might know her, or what. There's always, it could be something else. But this whole new trend of try to villainize these guys for looking at you while you do these things, I'm not a fan of that trend, personally. Oh, hold on, phone call. Okay, back to what I was saying. So you can't go there looking for the issue because you're going to find the issue. I mean, that happens everywhere in life. That's not just a gym thing and a scantily clad thing or however you want to call it. That's in everything. If you set out your day looking for something to piss you off, guess what? You're going to find something to piss you off. If you're looking for something to make you feel some type of way, you're going to find that thing to make you feel some type of way. Case in point, went to the gym a couple days ago with the man and the kid, and I walked in there with the wrong mentality. I walked in there with the, oh no, I'm out of my element. I haven't been in here so long. I don't feel right here, you know, compared to all these other girls. And I let it get to me. And I'm looking at these girls literally half my age. Also got to keep that part in mind, ladies. Don't compare yourself to a 20-year-old. Just don't do it. It'll really fuck with your mind. Don't do it at 41. Don't look at a 20-year-old and go, why don't I look like that? I have a couple reasons, because I'm 41 and because I eat a lot of stuff. Anyway, but I let it get to me, and because I let it get to me, that's all I could see the whole time I was there was this person who looked good there and that, and this person and that, and it started to weigh on me, and I could feel my mood just getting crappier and crappier, and guess who I took it out on? Everybody that loves me and that I love that had nothing to do with why my mood was the way my mood was. I did it to myself, but I took it out on everybody else, which a lot of us have a tendency to do. So my little nugget of wisdom here today is don't take your shit out on other people. That's my little nugget of wisdom. Easier said than done. Fully understand. I'm just going to say it again. If you're having an issue that you have started in your own mind, keep it there or talk to somebody about it. Don't throw it at somebody and make it their problem too, but talk to somebody so that you can kind of calm your little self down. That's how I feel about that. I know this is random. That's what 2.0 is. I hope you guys are okay with it because unfortunately that's what you're going to get. You can stay, you can go. I'd prefer you stay, obviously. But this is where I can just literally just whatever I want to talk about. And that's why I love you guys, because you get in the comments and then we have these little conversations back and forth. So please get in the comments and let's have some conversations. I love you all. I really, truly, truly do. I miss having like a bunch of everyday people that I talk to. Like when I worked corporate America, I had a lot of people that I talked to, all the customers that came in. And then at the gym, when the man and I would go to the gym before, C19, we had a bunch of people that we talked to. But now that we're here, we're finding new people all the time, which I am super excited about. We've got Justin and Lauren. They are the couple, the military veteran and his wife, who she's an occupational therapist. She does some really cool stuff with making sure people are like their hands work. I think she's like a hand therapist. She's baller, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. Lauren is baller. But we're meeting new people. They are the ones who own the Magnolia soap here in Destin and make the plant-based chemical-free soaps and stuff. That's the only thing I use now, by the way. I'll put a link for their stuff in the description because, oh my gosh, everything smells amazing. Everything makes me just feel so like squeaky clean afterwards. And then you smell good all day long. I haven't used perfume in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. I have not used perfume because I use the soaps and stuff, and then maybe I'll use like a lotion because I get pretty dry skin. I'll use some lotion and then I'm good to go. And I find myself doing this all the time, like petting myself like I'm holding a weird cat. Like, I don't know, it's really weird, but it's really soft and I absolutely love it. But I like the fact that here we're meeting people. Getting back into the gym, hopefully we can meet more people now that my daughter is going. Hopefully she can meet some new friends in the gym outside of school. Like, it's nice. And then of course I've got you guys. There's a good many of you that I consider friends on here. We've got Marvin, I've got Tammy, I've got Patty, I've got the other Tammy, I've got Anna in here. There's Catitude, there's Kim, there's y'all, there's a ton of you, and I'm not going to remember everybody's name off the bat because I have a horrible memory, but I'm just saying I love all of you. And I look forward to the comments from everybody because I feel like we've made like a little baby Squirrel Tribe family. So that's it. I know this is a highly energetic video and it is what it is. I'm going to go drink my water, my filtered water out of my Squirrel Tribe cup now. And then go take a shower because this is what I wore to the gym. I'm a little stinky. But I smell good stinky. It's really weird because I can smell my Magnolia soap stuff on top of my stinky. So awkward, fully aware. I love you guys. I will see you again. I want to say tomorrow, not positive, hopefully tomorrow. Just make sure that you have subscribed if you haven't, hit the notification bell for whenever videos here do pop up so you don't miss it. And leave comments below if you want. Okay, I love you all. Goodbye.